Keith, here we are on hump day, halfway through the week, and still not a ton of rain. We've been enjoying this dry stretch.
No, it's actually even odd to have like clouds around in a way. Like that's the kind of pattern we've been in lately, where it's like, okay, today is notable because there's some clouds and an outside chance of a shower. Like most of us will be dry, but there's something. So we'll talk about that in a second. You can see
Grasping at straws.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it's just really bad. We had some cloud cover across the entire state today. Most of it high, thin cloud cover, but we did have some mid-level clouds you can see moving through the mid-coast, another area up towards Greenville. That kept temperatures down a bit, especially in those spots over southern coastal Maine. There's a system out here with some decent rain into the mid-Atlantic and southern New England, but most of this will miss Maine, and we'll see just an isolated chance for a shower along the coastline. And you can see a decent little batch of rain over Cape Cod, Massachusetts, so you can picture how some of these showers might be able to make it into southern Maine this evening, and then there'll be another chance of a shower early tomorrow morning. That being said, although there are shower chances in here, the vast majority of the state stays dry tonight and into tomorrow. Here's that system getting as close as it's going to tomorrow morning with an isolated sprinkle along the coastline. Most of the shower chances look to be just offshore over the Gulf of Maine. We start with clouds no matter what, though, along the coast. Then we clear those out through the mid to late morning. We're in good shape in the afternoon. Originally, it looked like we'd be able to get into the 80s on Thursday, but as this front has been, or this system's been a little bit closer, it looks more like upper 70s will be the cap for us because we're just not going to have as much sunshine early in the day. You kind of need all the hours you can get when the daylight gets shorter, right, to get to 80 degrees. But still, it's nice tomorrow afternoon. And then a secondary front comes through on Friday. That drops our temperatures back down to about 70 for a high, in some cases 60s on Friday. It's a nice day, but dew points are lower. Temperatures are a little bit lower than Thursday as well. And that's when we start the weekend, and to start on Saturday morning, it's going to be chilly. Many of us in the 30s, even along the coast, right around 39, 40 degrees by Saturday morning. So that's the air mass we'll start with. And Saturday will be the coolest day so far for many of us, where we're only in the mid 60s for highs after starting in the 30s. And so it's a pleasant day. There's a lot of sun, but it definitely is very fallish on Saturday. Sunday's a little bit warmer, closer to 70. But still pretty cool. Here's Sunday morning, right around 40 along the coast, 30s inland, and some readings at freezing or so. Things get interesting Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Euro model bringing your front through, giving us actually some rain, which we could use in cooler temperatures. The GFS, though, holds the front into Canada, which not only doesn't give us rain, but gives us some heat in there with temperatures perhaps in the mid and upper 80s. So that's going to be a big swing for us, because I think if we have the GFS solution, that's really not going to be great for us in terms of potentially fire weather and things like that, where it's super dry and then we add some warmth to it. So I don't usually root for the backdoor cold front, but this is the instance where you probably would prefer that on Tuesday. We're leaning that way. That's why the showers in the forecast, and you don't see upper 80s, but just be aware the models are kind of fighting that out right now as to what it looks like. First day of fall, by the way, Monday, although the weekend will feel very much like fall with those temperatures.
I can't believe we're talking about it already, but here we are.
This is where we are, yeah.
All right, thanks, Keith.